So it turns out I was at my local Target the other day and there was this monstrosity of a blaster, just a massive, amazing looking XShot blaster. This right here is the XShot Fortress and it is the red edition. I think this thing also comes in white. I found the red one, so we're gonna review it today. Now, at a quick glance, you probably say this thing looks kind of familiar because it does. This is actually the Turbo Fire kind of redesigned a little bit, much like XShot did with the Havoc, if you've ever seen that Adventure Force blaster. Very similar to its counterpart, which I can't remember the name. I'll put up an image here. You can see like what the old one looked like and then what the new remake looked like. Kind of feel like it's the same thing with this guy. And I know this is a remake because this is a drum from the Turbo Advance, and yes, it does fit inside. The Fortress has the same mechanism here. You can pull that out, put in the new drum, just like the other one, fits in there and closes. So yes, it's the same drum if you have a Turbo Fire or a Super Drum. That's the Adventure Force design of it. If you have any of those blasters and you have drums for them, they will work for the XShot Fortress, which is really cool. I do like that backwards compatibility. Let's talk about what comes in the box with this blaster. You obviously get the blaster, you get a drum, and you get a ton of darts. Now the drum holds 40. They do give you a few extra darts, and it looks like 48 to be exact. So you have 8 extra darts. Chances are, as soon as you start playing with it, you're gonna lose darts pretty quickly. And if they send you exactly the amount of darts you have to fill your drum, chances are you never have a full drum after that if this is the first thing you're buying. Now on the DrFlux channel, I have done reviews of the, I know I've done the Super Drum, I might have did the Turbo Advance as well. And we can see that this thing operates by putting in the drum. So we put the drum in like that, hold the thing, pull it down. Now we're seated, and it is a pump action springer. This blaster does in fact have slam fire. But it doesn't seem like it's the best thing ever. It looks like I lose a lot of power when I do the slam fire. Another thing worth mentioning when we talk about power is FPS. Now I took this outside and got some chronograph readings. As you can see here, there's something weird happening. It does consistently give us either 60s or 80s. It just kept jumping back and forth. I thought possibly it was the, the inner ring versus the outer ring, but no, it was kind of inconsistent. We can see here we have a switch. So basically as you're firing, when you deplete one row, if you will, or ring, you basically switch it over and then you could shoot the other ring. So kind of a clever design to get maximum capacity off of a blaster. I do think it's really nice because normally when you see these big drum blasters, they just waste the inner space. Here they actually utilize it. Very cool, very innovative in my opinion. Let's run down the blaster as far as what is on here. We have a generous amount in Picatinny, we have a sling point mount, and we almost have one here. I don't know. You could almost use that as a sling point mount. There is no in-strike attachment point or any stock attachment point of any kind, so keep that in mind. And the forward prime up here is not detachable, and as we can see, there is no barrel lug of any kind. So that's all we got. So really, we have some Picatinny and a couple sling points. The next area to talk about is Ergo. This blaster is very comfortable, unless you're looking for that stock to brace your blaster up against. Doesn't have that, so, but if you're fine not having that type of stock, it is very Ergo friendly. The ease of use of the drum, like swapping it out, is pretty easy once you become proficient with it. The overall plastic quality of it is standard XShot. I do notice that I can pinch in, some of this. It feels a little soft, you can see. So it's not really like your Nerf plastic, but it's still Seems like it would do very well. You could probably drop this thing around and it'd probably be fine. Now the last area I wanted to cover with this blaster is how it looks. You can't really see it well, I've noticed on camera, but it has a lot of detail. This is one of those blasters that I would love to paint up just because the sheer amount of detail. Also has kind of a futuristic cyberpunk, kind of like a really cool sci-fi looking blaster, and just all the different details that break it up just look really nice. I think this would be really cool to do like a cell shading actually. There's also the idea of making this thing a giant shotgun. It really looks like it'd be just a big shotgun blaster. And I know the Turbo Advance or the Super Drum has a 3D printed part that you can put in there that actually takes that switch right here. It goes up and down, switch inner and outer, and it just kind of merges it together so that it just shoots both at the same time. That would be amazing. However, right now with its current performance, I think those two darts would be pretty bad. So if I can do like any kind of spring upgrade in there, or maybe work on the plunger seal, that kind of stuff, I would love to make this thing a shotgun. If I were to do this mod, let me know in the comment section, what color should I do this in? Should I do it the traditional Flux colors, maybe the green, or maybe try something new? Let me know in the comment section. So in the end, can I recommend this blaster? I say for the price point, it's very competitively priced. I did purchase this one from my local Target, so keep that in mind. I think this blaster has its place in more of an HVZ type of play style where you potentially have to engage targets very close. I think this would be very nice. That's why I want to take it to a shotgun. I don't see this thing being, you know, your competitive, like really high-end sniper, so I don't think this is going to be that type of blaster, but I do think it looks really nice. I think it'd be great for a cosplay piece. I think you might even see some of these things getting painted up and used as props. Overall, I think it's a very good offering from XShot, and I'm very excited to have one in my collection. Well, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Please hit that notification bell so you can see when we make new content. As always, be safe and happy foam flinging. Oh, you're still here? Okay, well, if you got this far and you're not subscribed, make sure to do so. It helps the channel tremendously. And while you're here, check out this video. You might like it.